the papa asada con carne, Mexican loaded potato, Tex-Mex bud, whatever you want to call it, this cheesy loaded potato dish has been enjoyed by many along the Texas-Mexican border, and for good reason. This grilled marinated meat on top of this cheesy buttery goodness is the Texas answer to steak and potatoes, and it's so delicious that you'll even be eating the skin. Served by taquerias statewide, we'll take you on a step-by-step on how to assemble this savory Mexican loaded potato, right here on Al Lunas Queuing. Hey, welcome back my good people. We start off with a few russet potatoes, a stick of butter, and some sea salt. You can use the potatoes of your choice, but here in Texas we use russet potatoes for these. Now we start off the fiesta by rubbing the stick of butter along the already washed potato. Now on the sheet of foil paper you can also line it with some butter, and then we'll cover the potato with a little bit of sea salt. Now just make sure that the potato is completely covered so that you'll have that tasty skin. That's it for the potato preparation. I'll wrap this up tightly, then I'll do the same with the other 3 potatoes off camera. All done with the potatoes, let's get them in the pizza oven at a temperature of 325 degrees. Now we'll start with a simple meat marinade for our fajitas. A good marinade always contains these 3 components: an acid like lime, a fat like olive oil, and some form of salt like our fajita seasoning. Looking at our fajitas, we have a little under 1.5 pounds of meat, split 4 ways. That will give us a little over 1/3 pound of meat for each potato. To start our marinating, we'll get rid of this meat maxi pad, then we'll add about 1 tablespoon of olive oil to our meat. We'll spread the olive oil throughout to make sure that the meat is completely covered on both sides. Once done with the oil, we get a cut lime and begin to squeeze it over the meat. We spread it throughout like the oil, and you can even use the squeezed lime to brush over the meat. And finally, we begin to add our seasoning. I like to give the meat a medium coat of seasoning, not to overdo the salt. You can always add salt later if needed. We wrap this back up in its original package and put it in the fridge to chill. While the meat marinates in the fridge for 30 minutes, we'll check our potatoes. Not quite done yet. Let's go outside and fire up the grill. Today we are using my propane Camp Chef sear box that's attached to the side of my Woodwind Pro pellet grill. These fajitas are looking fantastic. Look at that glaze. Let's see how the fire's doing. Sear plate hopefully is already turning red. Yes sir. So let's go ahead and put the first fajita on there and watch the sizzle, or hear the sizzle. And all we're going to do is just keep flipping. Give this a few seconds and flip. Look at those lines. Look at that. There we go. Close proximity of the sear plate allows some of that fat to get some of that kiss of flame. And so you'll see it starts smelling like a steakhouse in here. And this should be our last flip. Ooh wee, that char bit. I think we're out. So look at this char, guys. Excellent char. We're gonna go ahead and let it rest for a little bit, then I'll begin to chop it up. Okay, so just taking a look at the strips. We're cutting them this way with the grain, and then we'll start cutting them this way. We end up with these kind of little nuggets of joy. Okay guys, time to assemble. 1 cut down the middle lengthwise, widen it up, then more cuts widthwise. Then you'll add 3 slices of butter and spread it throughout the potato with a fork. Next, we'll add some seasoning, and if you don't know yet, Lawry's seasoned salt goes great on potatoes. Don't go heavy on the seasoning because we're going to add a Mexican blend of shredded cheese. Time to add that cubed up fajita. Like I mentioned before, we're adding about 1/3 pound. Now we'll add our sour cream. If you can find it in this squeezable packaging, even better. And we kind of zigzag it across the potato. Last topping before the oven is some bacon bits, and I found that imitation bacon bits actually taste better than the real ones. At least for potatoes they do. Next we're gonna foil both the potato, then put it in the oven to melt the cheese. And once the cheese is melted, you can add your chives. Now this is my favorite part of my videos, the taste test. These types of loaded potatoes can be found in most parts of Texas in your taco shops or taquerias, and they are so delicious and filling. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I hope to see you guys again very soon. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other. We'll see you on the next one.